Hey guys, today I'm going to show you one of my favorite foods to make at home, japchae. Japchae is a very popular dish that you can find in almost any Korean restaurant. It can be eaten as a meal by itself, over rice, or as a side. This dish features bouncy glass noodles that contrast nicely with some crunch from the fresh veggies. Often in japchae you'll find beef or eggs, but today we're going to add tofu for protein instead. Also, these noodles are gluten-free and a great alternative to the usual bread, pasta, or rice if you want to switch it up once in a while. With that, let's get started. This recipe makes 4 to 6 meals, and there are 3 parts to it: the sauce, the stir fry, and the toppings. For the sauce, you're going to need soy sauce or tamari, rice vinegar or rice wine vinegar, sesame oil, some sugar, though honey would work just fine too, black pepper, and ginger. You don't need very much, and I have some on hand, so I'm going to use some fresh ginger, but if you want, you can also get these frozen cubes at Trader Joe's. They're pre-proportioned to be teaspoon increments, and you would just need 2 of them. Here's what you need for the stir fry. 1 package of sweet potato starch noodles, aka glass noodles. I have a 12-ounce package here. 1 package of firm tofu. This one's 4 bricks and 19 ounces. Note that you can use whatever veggies that you like or have on hand, but here's what I recommend. 1 red bell pepper, 2 carrots, 3 scallions, where we'll use the white part in the stir fry and the green part in the garnish, 1 large shallot, 3 cloves of garlic, mushrooms. Here I have half a pound package of oyster mushrooms and a 1/4 pound of shiitake mushrooms. Keep in mind that these reduce a lot and you don't have to be exact. And finally, a leafy green like spinach. Kale or Napa cabbage would work well here too. And for the toppings, the green part of the 3 scallions from earlier, sesame seeds, and optionally, some regular or crushed peanuts, and sriracha. First, you're going to want to start by pressing the tofu. I have a tofu press like this to save paper towels, and I'll leave a link in the description box below. All you do is, on top of a plate, place the tofu in the middle and twist the handles to apply pressure. In 15 minutes, you can tilt it and see all the liquid drain off. Getting rid of the moisture makes the tofu better at absorbing flavors and also safer for frying in oil. Since I have 4 pieces, I'll do this process twice. Also, you're going to want to start cooking the noodles so they're ready for later. To a pot of salted boiling water, I'm going to add all the glass noodles and make sure they're submerged. I set a timer for 8 minutes. When the timer goes off, make sure to test that there aren't any hard strands before emptying them into a colander. Run cold water over them to halt the cooking process. Also, you can stir in a little bit of sesame oil to prevent sticking before you set them aside. Next, we're going to prepare our veggies and mushrooms, so make sure to wash them first. Chop the scallions up, saving half for garnish. Cut the shallots up like this, or in slices if you prefer. Mince the garlic. And mince the ginger. Peel and cut your carrots into matchsticks. Slice the bell pepper. Slice the oyster mushrooms. Then destem and slice the shiitake mushrooms too. And finally, slice up your pressed tofu. Next, we're going to make the sauce. It's super easy and all you have to do is mix all the ingredients together. First, start with 1/3 of a cup of soy sauce. I really like this design of the measuring cup here because I can see the measurements from overhead and pour the soy sauce in directly. Add 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, 2 tablespoons of sugar. Some people add more to make it sweeter, but we don't like it too sweet. 2 teaspoons of ginger, and a teaspoon of black pepper. Stir everything together until the sugar is dissolved and set that aside as well. And that's it, we can move on to the stove. You'll just need 1 big pan for this. First we want to fry the tofu in some oil until it's golden brown, like this. Usually I do 2 batches to make sure there's enough surface area for all of it. This process takes a few minutes per side, and it's also okay if some of the pieces break in half as you move it around. Transfer the tofu into a bowl and then add the mushrooms in. Pro tip that mushrooms can't overcook, so before adding in any more oil, we like to add them first to cook out the moisture. Mushrooms can release a lot of water. Once any water has evaporated, add in your green onions and shallots from earlier and sauté them until they're a bit softer. Then add in the garlic. Sauté that for a bit and then add in your carrots and bell peppers. Give those several minutes to cook and then add back in the noodles. Pour the sauce in and give it a stir. You'll notice that the oil from the sauce makes the noodles separate much more easily. When everything's nearly done, you want to add in 2 handfuls of spinach. Those will start wilting pretty quickly. Finally, add the tofu back in, mix well to incorporate, and you're done. Garnish with sriracha, peanuts, sesame seeds, and the scallions. And there you have it, a delicious vegan japchae, perfect for your next meal or meal prep. By the way, the list of ingredients and all the links will be in the description below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more easy plant-based recipes.